Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bosch. The number of clean diesel models in North America will double by 2014. Bosch Clean Diesel. Good, clean, fun. Bridgestone. Your journey, our passion. Dow Automotive Systems. Improving durability and increasing design flexibility with Betamate structural adhesives at dowbetamate.com. And by the 2013 Hyundai Sonata. Learn more at HyundaiSonata.com.
I'm David Kiley from AOL Autos, kicking off another week of Autoline Daily. Thanks for joining us this lovely Monday, the 20th of August, 2012. We've got a lot of news to get through, so let's get rolling. A federal appeals court rejected challenges to prevent the increase of ethanol in gasoline. Earlier in the year, Environmental Protection Agency approved the use of E15, gasoline with 15% ethanol, in vehicles built after 2001. Currently, there's 10% ethanol in gasoline. According to the Wall Street Journal, groups representing the oil and auto industries, as well as food companies, fought the new rule, but their challenge was dismissed because the appeals court ruled they had no legal right to challenge the decision. Car sales in Japan are up big this year thanks to government incentives to buy new cars. But Bloomberg reports the subsidies are about to run out, and analysts expect sales will plunge too. In the first 7 months of the year, sales are up over 50% in Japan, but once the incentives end, analysts expect sales to fall 20% next quarter. But the drop in sales isn't expected to hurt Toyota too much, thanks to strong sales in the US and emerging markets. Well, Bentley is readying a brand new drop top. The British brand just previewed its latest automobile at the Pebble Beach Concours. The Mulsanne Convertible Concept promises to deliver everything you could want in an open-air flagship. Based on the handful of sketches released, this car should be a real looker. It's long, low, and imposing, and the company calls it the world's most elegant and sophisticated convertible. At the prices they're going to charge, it better be. Its cabin seats 4 adults and was supposedly inspired by high-performance powerboats. I hope that doesn't mean they used fiberglass, but maybe it does mean it's amphibious. The recently departed Ford Ranger was ancient, crude, and far more popular than it should have been. Arguably, the reason for its popularity was its size. It was the last truly small, compact pickup, smaller than Toyota Tacoma and GM's Canyon. The competition had grown bigger over the years, but Ranger remained junior-sized. Now that Ford has stopped building the Ranger, buyers are looking elsewhere. The Detroit News reports some of them are stepping up to the larger F-150 and even the Transit Connect, but many are moving to other brands, including Chevrolet, Toyota, and Nissan. Ford has a brand new Ranger it sells in other markets around the world, but why can't we get that? Now, for some commercial trucking news. As we mentioned last week, MERITOR WABCO is introducing some interesting new products. Adaptive cruise control is a feature that's just starting to become mainstream on passenger cars, but the company is making a push to integrate it on heavy trucks now. Its on-guard system incorporates a number of different technologies, including collision warning, automatic braking, and crash mitigation functions. The system can warn drivers of an impending accident and apply the brakes to stop the truck or at least lessen the damage of a crash. It incorporates audible, visual, and haptic warnings. In demonstrations, OnGuard worked shockingly well, stopping a tractor-trailer safely and without driver involvement. It was also impressively accurate, with no false positives. It wasn't beeping and buzzing at the guardrail or nearby trees. OnGuard is expected to cost between $2,600 and $2,800 for fleet customers. Coming up next, a few of my own thoughts on the car business.
Clean diesel models in North America will double by 2014. Why? Higher take rates, lower cost of ownership, longer range and better fuel mileage, lower CO2 emissions. Clean diesel, good, economical, functional. Bosch, invented for life.
I love the car business. Roughly 24 years ago, I was working for a magazine and they told me I had to cover fashion, retail, tobacco, and packaged goods. That last one means companies like Colgate-Palmolive and Procter & Gamble. For about 6 months, I wrote about toothpaste, razor blades, liquid soap, diapers, and yes, even feminine hygiene products. I wrote a bit about cigarettes and a story or two about fashion and cosmetic brands I knew nothing about. Well, this past weekend, we had the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance, a crazy few days of displaying and celebrating super expensive collectible cars, admiring them or auctioning them off at prices that approach campaign checks for Mitt Romney's campaign from casino moguls. Well, we also saw the culmination of the Woodward Dream Cruise, the working man's Concours de six-pack and potato salad, the most gorgeous cars Detroit has ever turned out, driving up the main drag in Detroit and up through its northern suburbs. Mustangs, Camaros, Hudsons, Caddies, Packards, Lincolns, even lovingly restored Oldsmobiles and Plymouths from as recently as the 80s that are somehow now, if not super collectible, old friends worth sitting down with. Best part about the Dream Cruise is that everybody is welcome without buying a ticket. I just want to take a minute to thank the people who made all these cars possible for us to drive, love, polish, wax, trade, fix, accessorize, talk about, and most of all, to write about. The engineers, designers, dreamers, and visionaries. It's a great business with lots of interesting characters, fabulous vehicles, and an industry that is the backbone of the country. And writing about it and getting paid for it beats hell out of writing about tampons and toothpaste for a living, I can tell you. Anyway, that's the end of the line for today's show. Again, I'm David Kiley of AOL Autos, and thanks for your time, and I'll see you around.